So we're talking to each other? Like, so I gotta look at her. Like we're having people talk. So you go first. My name is Vernice Jr. I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born in Hiram Clark, Texas. I went to Prairie View A&M University. I graduated in 1993. My major is business administration accounting.
My name is Erika, not Seriale. I'm from Houston, Texas. Born and raised on the north side, back at home. I graduated from Prairie View A&M University in 1996 with the same degree, BBA in accounting.
You asking me the wrong questions. You should be asking her how long we've been married, but I've been knowing her all of her adult life since she was 18 years old. I believe we met in 1993. 93?
Yep.
1993, we've been married 26 years.
And we've known each other for actually 30 years this month. When did we meet and where?
We met in Prairie View.
Yeah, but where?
We met on the walkway between Fuller and Banks.
Yeah, I'll let you in. Close enough.
Okay.
Actually, we met on the phone at Prairie View. I was in Banks Hall and I had a boyfriend, remember?
I wasn't gonna bring it
And
up.
so my good friend came to me because I was complaining. And she was like, I have somebody I want you to meet. And we got on the phone and I think we were on the phone for like 2-3 hours.
Yep.
We were on the phone for 2-3 hours and that's where it started. January 1993.
Wow. You remember all of that?
I do. You're welcome.
What do you remember most about that moment?
I remember that I was complaining over and over and over. I think like on a daily basis at that point. And then that's when my roommate, real good friend, and actually matron of honor in our wedding came to me and was like, I have somebody I want you to meet. And that's when we got on the phone. And that's what I remember the most is the fact that we were just able to talk sight unseen for as long as we talked.
Right. Did I write it too small?
That's so fine. You can explain it. Did he get it right or did she get it right?
I know you not.
It's in the family, you know, the whole Papa's, Papacitos, Papados, all that stuff. It was our favorite restaurant together, I guess, Papacitos, because we always went there. But personally, I like Papados better because I like seafood better.
Well, see. We would go to Papacitos and we would share the nacho plate.
Right.
And we'd get 2 drinks and it was less than $20.
Less than $20.
So we'd go to the movies, we'd enjoy ourselves, we'd have a great time. Now this is dating back to 90s.
And we still used our Prairie View student discount ticket to get students. And they were like, well, it doesn't have a year on. I was like, well, Prairie View don't put a year on. Sorry. So what do you think makes our love work?
I believe our love works because of us. I believe that you give all of you and I give all of me. And that means that if you're giving all of you, then in moments where you can't be 100%, your 80 is the best that you can give. So I'll make up the difference.
Right.
So I'll give all of me and you give all of you. And I think that's what keeps us going. That's what makes our love work, even in the worst of times that we've experienced. You being all of you all the time and me being all of me all the time is what makes us work.
Okay.
What is one piece of advice you would give other couples?
I think one piece that the only thing I could possibly say if they told me I had to say one thing would be, don't listen to everybody else. Because everybody else's opinion is not what's going to make your relationship work. Especially if those people are one of those, you know, your friends that are, oh, you don't have to listen, oh, you don't have to do, oh, you can be you, it's all about you, and that's not what a relationship is. So best advice is if you're gonna listen to anybody, listen to somebody who's actually gone through and has been successful versus just your friends that just wanna be all about themselves anyway.
And this before we met.
3 seconds. 2, 1, turn.
You're just still, you're still right.
You guys see the record?
Yeah, that was about it.
What was the what was it called? What was the place where we ate at? Alumni Hall.
Yeah. And I ain't eat the food. We just hung out there because it was like 20 freshmen, and we were always together in this big group. We'd leave Banks Hall together. We walk to the alumni. We'd eat. We'd sit in front of alumni. This when they covered up the fountain and stuff. Because apparently the year before we got there, they started dunking people in the fountain. And so thank you, Jesus, they had covered it up or whatever. But we were always in front of alumni, and that's probably where he first saw me.
Yeah.
Hanging out in front of alumni, talking loud with all my friends.
Talking loud, talking crazy, and I was like, well, this girl, she's pretty, but man, she's got a bad mouth.
I had a bad mouth and a big one too. I'm sorry. What was your favorite moment with me on the hill?
Well, my favorite moment with you on the hill was the phone call. And believe it or not, we had a very good conversation.
Right.
The first night we met on the phone, and I can't remember how long did we stay on the phone that night.
It was probably 3 hours. And the killer part is I was in somebody else's room. I wasn't even in my room.
Yeah. So we spent a couple of hours on the phone, and I told you, okay, well, let's meet. And this was my favorite moment because I didn't know you. I only had a conversation with you. And then when we were supposed to meet, I'll never forget this. I will never forget this. It was MSC back in the day.
Yep.
The student center at MSC. I said, okay, we're gonna meet there. And I had you to tell me what you were going to wear.
Right.
But I didn't tell you what I was going to wear. And I had all my buddies go with me. I said, hey, look, let's go to MSC. Didn't tell them why. I just wanted to go and see. So when I saw you, I was like, hold up. This that girl, man, this girl, she talks crazy. She got a boyfriend. And I was like, this can't be the same girl that I had a conversation with because this conversation does not match. But I thought that to me was the most favorite moment was our conversation that we had. And then when I got to know you, I found out exactly who you were.
You're welcome.
How do you think your life would be if you never met me?
Oh, wow. Whew. Not to toot his horn, but I guess I will toot your horn. Because honestly, had I not met you, I think it would be totally different. I would not be as happy as I am. I would not be who I am. Wouldn't have the family that we have. Wouldn't have the grace of God that we have. I think it would be, I'm not gonna say terrible, I just don't think it would be as great as it is. Sorry about that. I need a whole essay for that.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, turn.
Oh wow, are you serious?
Awesome. You want to carry the explain part?
You got it, Pastor?
Well, because we do marriage counseling with people, and we tell people that there are 3 entities in marriage. There's the husband, the wife, and there's God. So as you build your relationship closer to God, you grow closer to each other. So in the beginning, God fills a very big gap. And as you grow closer to Him, that gap starts to close because you're becoming the one that He requires. So He makes up the difference. And as long as you focus on Him, everything else will fall in place. So sometimes One spouse might be here, the other one might be there, but God still makes up the difference. He's the only one that can take 1 plus 1 and make 1. Defies all the math that we've ever learned, but only God can do that. So that's why I believe that both of our answers are the same. Is because we trust that God will keep us together, no matter what we go through.
Whoa. So who or what do you love more, me or PV?
You.
I was about to say.
I love you more. Well, I love PV for allowing us to come together. And by the grace of God, we met and we are who we are today because of our connection that we made at Prairie View. So our parents sent us for education,
Right.
which we did get,
Right.
but also we found love.
Right. And then I'd have to say ditto. The exact same thing.